The question for this presentation is what are the terms taxable supplies, out of scope supplies, and exempt supplies means in GST regulations? What is the relevance and differences in them? So people sometimes hear all these terms and get confused. So let's have a look on these terms and what is the meaning of this and relevance. So when it comes to the GST accounting, for the supplies, there are three distinct terms those are used. The first one is taxable supplies, the next one is exempt supplies, and the last one is out of scope supplies. Now, taxable supplies are further divided into standard rated supplies, that is at 7%, and zero rated supplies, that is at 0%. So, what does standard rated supplies means is the goods, those are sold at a normal GST rate. For example, if you are a GST registered business and if you have some supermarket in Singapore and you are selling groceries and personal use material, maybe meat, vegetables, and all that, on that you will charge 7% GST, and all this supply is called as standard rated supply. So the goods those are sold in Singapore which attract 7% GST are standard rated goods. Whereas when you sell the goods but they attract 0% GST, they are called as zero rated goods. So what is an example? Let's say that you buy something in Singapore and now you are exporting it to another country. You have got an order from maybe Indonesia to supply, let's say, 100 laptops. And those laptops you are exporting from Singapore. So export does not have any GST as per GST regulations. So in this case, this sale will be termed as zero rated supply. Just because it is export, it is zero rated. Now, same laptops, if you sell it in Singapore, they will become standard rated because domestic sale GST is applicable, export sale GST is not applicable. Another example of zero rated supplies is sale of air tickets and international flight packages. Those are also zero rated because the consumption of those goods or provision of services is international. So understand that within taxable there are these two different terminologies, and depending upon to which party you are selling, they can be classified in either of the groups. Now coming to the next one, exempt supplies, they are exempted by GST regulations from the calculation of GST. So even if you are selling these products in Singapore, they are not subject to 7% GST. These transactions are property sales, financial transactions, that is sale and purchase of shares or any financial instruments or any banking products, and gold and silver transactions, that is import or purchase or sale of gold and silver or any other precious metal. So this is called as exempt supplies. So technically these products come under the purview of GST, but the law has specified that they are exempted. And the last one is out of scope supplies. So these goods are not within the scope of GST law itself. So there is no question of exemption or anything. They are not covered by GST law. For example, if your company buys something in China and directly delivers it in Australia. So the company is a Singapore company, but it is buying it in China and directly delivering at another location without goods entering into Singapore. So this is an out of scope supply. GST is not applicable. In fact, GST regulations itself are not applicable here. Similarly, if there are private transactions between two persons which are not commercial in nature, then in that circumstances that also becomes out of scope supply. For example, what can be the private transaction? Suppose I have a vintage car and that car I am selling to somebody, and maybe the value of that car is very high, maybe it is gold plated or something like that, and the value is 1.5 million dollars. Then even if it is beyond the threshold of GST, because it is a private transaction, it is considered as out of scope supplies. So out of this, exempt and out of scope appear very similar, but as I said, the difference is that exempt are still within the purview of GST regulations, but GST regulations have exempted it, whereas out of scope are not part of GST regulations at all. So now moving on to the next slide, there is one more note that you need to make about taxable supplies. So we have talked about standard rated goods and zero rated supplies. So if it happens that you are doing both these transactions in your company, okay, so you know that $1 million turnover is a limit for registration of GST. That means if your company crosses this limit, then you are subject to GST, and the amount considered for this is of taxable supplies, which includes standard rated as well as zero rated. What that means is, in a simple scenario, if you only sell laptops, and let's say that your sale of laptops in Singapore is $600,000, and the sale of laptops overseas, export of laptops, is another $600,000, then even if 7% GST chargeable transactions are only 600,000, you are still liable to register for GST because you are crossing this $1 million threshold. Of course, if you feel that you do not want to register for GST, then you can apply to GST authorities for exemption. But your liability is still there. So keep this point in mind. So in summary, various GST terms can be confusing sometimes. However, keep it in mind that taxable supplies is the term that generally matters to you, and that is what you should understand well.
Thank you for watching this video. This video was brought to you by Epica Consulting Singapore. Subscribe to our channel today to get notified when new videos are posted.